Elden Ring in 2022, Baldur's Gate 3 in 2023, and now Palworld in 2024. What do they have in common? They were all made by relatively smaller developers, enjoyed wild success, and the industry as a whole appears to be acting like preppy girls who found out that one nerdy girl is a solid 7, which makes her a 9 or even a 10 to guys who are into that. So they spread rumors she's a slut and she's got a disease. Personally, I think the backlash against Elden Ring is the most confusing. There's room to argue about how well the Souls formula translates into open world, but all the game did was a natural evolution of what FromSoft has been doing from the Demon's Souls game onward. Wanting adjustable difficulties and in-game visual aids on what you're supposed to be doing is fine, but that's not the kind of game which Elden Ring was the spiritual successor to. And there are easily dozens of games which will give you that kind of open world experience. Case in point, one of the Horizon games came out practically the same time as Elden Ring. Baldur's Gate 3 and Palworld I have not personally played, but from what I understand, the former did a great job giving player options in the role-playing, and the latter lets you play an evil character in a game filled with cutesy critters, which is odd to me because in Pokemon you can play an evil character. We all know what you did to Ditto, what I did, you did, we all did it. With Baldur's Gate 3, AAA people screeched about having greater time and budget restrictions than this much smaller title, which on its face is stupid. There are indie titles which crowdfund and delay, but these games often fizzle out and they fail to perform even if they get made. Star Citizen is practically a meme because it's such a freakish outlier, and Yandere Simulator is Yandere Simulator. There's a lot of heated debate about the nature of the creature assets in Palworld, and on both sides we have people just repeating what they heard elsewhere with no further investigation of their own. I say that's completely immaterial to why people are freaking out. I'd say from the Wii U onwards particularly, there's been a lot of back and forth about the direction of Nintendo, as I feel like they've been engaging a lot of the same scummy practices of every other AAA developer, which doesn't warrant any special scorn, but at the same time, die-hard Nintendo fans really don't have a leg to stand on pretending that Nintendo is special. And the white knighting is preposterous because Pokemon is still going to be a major institution for some time. The Detective Pikachu movie grossed $450 million back when that meant something. That probably helped Nintendo feel more comfortable about the Mario movie, and that film's success opened doors for a whole lot more. And Pokemon is in a state where the core games don't have to be good, as the real money is in the merchandise of the new creatures. Any pressure Palworld creates to try harder with the games can only be a good thing, and only a troll revisionist would argue that the Mario and Sonic rivalry hurt the game industry, which gets to my larger point. By no means am I claiming any of these games are perfect, or that you need to have a well-thought-out reason to dislike any of them. However, I am saying these games did enough right in the execution that they clicked with a significant number of players who are passionate about these games. AAA developers should be saying, not only can we make more games like these, we can do so with even more polish. If the nature of large corporations is an obstacle, these games need to be rubbed into the noses of the suits and the bean counters until they finally understand the need for more creative freedom. Right now, it looks like every year we're going to get a game that should inspire, get lambasted by an increasingly condescending and arrogant industry. I think there is significance in Palworld coming out so shortly after Ubisoft had the unmitigated hubris to state in the future we won't even own our own games. Ultimately, this Mean Girls mentality only invites further scorn and makes it harder to take major developers seriously. Well, that's all I had to get off my chest. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.